Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are in December of 2024, years coming to an end. I'm going to talk again about the pistol caliber carbines, what I personally look for in them, the affordable routes to go and the more the high-end routes to go, and why that's important. And in my opinion, if not everyone has $1,000, $2,000 to drop on a platform and then buy an optic, then buy backup iron sights, and some people's mindset on that is then you don't need to buy XYZ. Well, life's short and you should be able to get what you want and go out and have fun. So I definitely think finding things on a deal or on a budget and working with your budget is really smart to be able to still enjoy what you have. I'm not saying to settle. I'm just saying not everyone has, B&T money. Not everyone has SP5 money. So there's different routes to go to get out there and enjoy it. And I've talked about PCCs before. The reason I'm doing another video, a buddy, it came up at work, and so I'm going to go over some of the routes that I think, some of the guns that I have, and we're just going to go from there. One of the first I think to talk about in 2024 is the mp5. There are more mp5 clones on the market today than ever before. We have MKE, AP5 cores, AP5s, you have K models, you have the Mac 5s, you have Zenith, and so you range anywhere from $1,000 for a ready to go range package to $4,000 if you're looking at an HK package, 34 to 4,000 depending on what you buy. The Mac 5s, you can buy a package with a brace right now, 4,000 bucks. So the MP5s are amazing for customization, customability, having multiple options for stocks and all kinds of stuff once you SBR it. I know you do get into money once you start accessorizing them. Most good mounts are about $100, a little bit over. Four ends, you do get into a little bit of money with these, but just to get the base gun and go hit the range, you can get one for about 1,100 right now, which is 10 times better than it ever has been. And then you, of course, have like all the different lowers that you can get, or trigger housings and things. So the MP5s right now, if you can save up a little bit, the AP5s, Clayco's running one. The K models I hear can be finicky on ammo, but the regular non-reverse stretch models are pretty good to go. One of the other good routes right now, if we're still looking at the $1,000 price range, is the Harrington and Richardson's. This is not an H&R. This is a Colt parts kit. It was an original Colt upper, I think, that came from South America. Century Arms imported these back in 2020. And I bought one, had the lower made by Unbranded AR, and I'm using a Hans Precision adapter, which is the top loading adapter, and it runs amazingly. This gun has had a lot of rounds through it. I owned it for a long time, was stupid, traded off the upper and all the internals and the adapter to a buddy. He was nice enough to get it back to me. So he shot it for a while, and then I've had it back for maybe 2 years, a little bit over. So this is a great gun. The Colt magazines are kind of affordable now. They're less. You can find like the C products and the ACS magazines for cheaper than the extended 33 round Glock mags. So a really good route, and the reason that the 635s, in my opinion, are a good route is because they have built-in sights. You don't have to go buy backup iron sights or anything additional to go to the range and start shooting. You can do like weird stuff and buy like random magazine pouches to hold like magazines in. You can do that for any of these on the table, by the way. But still a good option. But you're still looking at $1,000 price point for the rifle or the pistols right now, which isn't bad considering the quality you're getting with the H&Rs. Their customer service at H&R in particular, I owned one, was having trouble getting it to run, called the dude, and I was like, look, I don't want to touch the ejector. PSA won't tell me if I can or not. I think it needs to be fit. I did a video on this. He was like, yeah, dude, fit the thing. If it breaks, it breaks. Who gives a crap? We'll send you another ejector. I'm like, cool, because there are certain PCCs out there, like Stern Defense. Their adapter, it says do not attempt to fit the ejector because it will break. However, I haven't experienced that. It's just a disclaimer. One of the best guns, PCCs, SBR that I have is the SAR 109T. This thing has been more fun than just about any other I've shot this one probably more than any of the other ones on the table right now or that I'm going to show. And that's mainly because it's kind of like a sleeper. They didn't get a lot of attention. My dealer was able to get me this gun for like $600 and some. It came with like 3 magazines. It was pretty much range ready. I just had to throw a brace on it at the time. After the first range trip, I SBR'd it, and so you can still find these for the 650, 700 mark. And I changed up everything on mine. The forend, all the thread patterns are basic AR-15 thread patterns. The receiver is shorter, so you can't like the magazine release. You can do an extended magazine release, but you can't do like an ambi. Those aren't swappable. But the trigger group, everything else in this gun is compatible with basic AR-15 components. So I did change out the forend. I put a stock on it. Everything is red Loctited. If you're not comfortable with that, take it to a gunsmith. But you really don't have to change anything out, except probably if you want to put a different type of brace on it or stock, because it just comes with the tube. So SBRing it, I immediately heated up the threads, broke it loose, and when I got the stamp back, so I could go ahead and install like a real stock. I changed out the buffer tube initially using an SB tactical brace until the stamp came back, which only took about 7 days. So I kind of felt stupid for buying a brace for a 7-day wait period, but I didn't know how long it was going to be on this one. My mp5 took 14 days. My 635 took about same thing, about 10-12 days, and then the times have just gotten shorter. The AKV is kind of another sleeper. I don't know anyone that's really had problems with these. Depending on the ammo you're using, the Turkish BPS ammo has really hard primers. I think they're meant for SMGs. My MP5 did have a few issues with it. I do get light primer strikes out of the Akv-9 with the BPS ammo, but it depends on how many rounds I throw in. And I'm saying that because sometimes it'll run a full magazine of it and sometimes it won't. But every gun here that's on the table doesn't, the BPS ammo just isn't that great, but it's 1,000 rounds for like $179 or $189. So that should have been a huge clue to me that it's not that great. So the AKV here, the one thing that I love about it, you don't have to fit any of the furniture. I had multiple KP9s. I had to fit everything. I owned the original ones, which was stupid because we had problems with dust covers cracking. We had problems with firing pins. They had a tab on the back at the time. Eventually, I just got tired of it. Bought the barreled action for like cheaper than the 650 price because I was supposed to ride it. Anyway, there was a deal there. Anyway, so bought the barreled action, put my own furniture on it, my own trigger, and I've been running it ever since. And this gun has just been a crap load of fun, and it takes the cheap CZ Scorpion pattern mags. Now moving on to that, the CZ Scorpions are pretty affordable now. I mean, by affordable, under $1,000, and you can get a good range package and a brace on them, and they are highly reliable. They're fun. The magazines are cheap. But this is, for some reason, probably my least favorite PCC that I own. I've taken it to the range once, and I'm probably going to trade it off. There's absolutely no reason for any of this. It looks good. It runs good. It's like, I think it's going to become probably like the mp5 of my generation. I know the APC, the B&T APC 9 is adopted by the military right now, and it's gaining a lot of notoriety. But the CZs and employment by multiple different countries and militaries, and they apparently are just the shit. It just for some reason doesn't work for me. I shoot it well. It's just not something I look forward to shooting. Now, getting straight to like budget things to get out and have like a similar braced pistol. One of my favorites is this little thing right here. So if you already own a Glock, you've trained with it, you've shot it, you can throw it in this little clamshell from Recover Tactical. It's a 2020 system, and right now mine's older. It has the bolt, but they have the mag holder now that you just slide on, and it holds the clamshell together. And there's a pre-order on those. I'm probably going to order one for this kit if it will work, so I can take the Glock in and out more easily. I mean, it's a hex screw. I keep the key for it back here, but this is a Gen 2 Israeli trade-in, and it functions great in this. So for under $200, you can just upgrade a pistol that you already own and go to the range. Recover Tactical also has some other cool products that I'm really interested in. but I just haven't done anything about getting one of them. Um, we have Fluxrator at home, as you can see in the background. I do have a real Fluxrator. I owned one of the original OG ones as well. This is my, it's a police trade-in P320. It came with the Romeo 1 Pro. And this gun, despite some of the bad press the 320s gets, I don't carry it for certain reasons because of that. But as a range gun and carrying it when, like, you know, traveling or whatever, the Bravo chassis from Strike Industries is badass. Pre-order on these was like 89 bucks. I think they're now like 100. The brace that they sell is actually very, very sturdy. It's got a good hinge on it, and it's like you can find the one side folding braces for less than 100 or 100 bucks. And so this has just been great and a lot of fun to shoot. The reason I don't have all these components thrown into the new 320X is I didn't read the description, and these aren't suppressor height sights. These are just a little bit taller than factory sights, but they will not work with that chassis. So I'm still in the debate if it's smarter to buy another freaking 320 for like 300 bucks closer to Christmas and just do that, or if I want to spend like $100 and some like upgrading my sights to be able to put it in the chassis. I waited for a long time to get the Fluxrator there. I kept watching the website, and I just happened to have the money when they were in stock, so I ordered it, got it in, and was a little disappointed. I should have read the description that, you know, any raised level sights will not work with it. So now I just got to figure out what I want to do there. Do I want to spend $150 or spend $150 more and just get a whole new 320 to throw in it? Because this system right here is a shitload of fun. And if you already own a 320, getting the Bravo system here, I think, is a really good play to get out there and, you know, have some fun because they work greatly. This is the first chassis system that I ever encountered and had experience with, and this is the MCK. And the reason I freaking love this thing is, one, you get the reliability of a Glock. Same thing with the Recover Tactical. The pistol removes so much easier. You throw it back in here, you lock it in, and you're good to go. This is really lightweight. There's newer models now that are a little bit more slimmer. They have a little bit better designed brace on them. But I don't even, you know, this Romeo 5 has been like a really, really surprisingly great optic. I don't even have backup irons on this gun anymore. I carry it around like in my truck. I usually carry a Glock 19 or 17 to, you know, depending on the way my grip is. But you just adjust the front of it, and will hold either a 19 or a 17. The new ones, I think, will go from a 34 down to a 26. It's crazy, I think, the amount of different platforms that the new MCKs will fit. But mine is only for a 19 or 17 because it's older. My brother bought us these back when he and I were shooting a lot, well before COVID. And so this thing has just been so much fun. And, you know, you're getting the reliability of a Glock. There's really no malfunctions that are going to occur outside of ammo or mags, in my experience. Other people's mileage may vary. So these go on sale pretty much every other day. MCK will do a sale just because it's a Tuesday. They're like, you know, it's Tactical Tuesday. Get a MCK for $100 off. So you can spend like 200 bucks on an MCK. If they're not on sale, you're looking at more like 300, but you can spend like $200 and get a package with backup iron sights and maybe an optic and some other shit, and you're spending a lot less money. The older ones didn't have that great of a charging handle, and what you would run into is the charging handle would slip off a lot. The new ones have fixed that. You can even get like aluminum charging handles. So mine came with the upgraded charging handle. It's the Gen 2, I believe, but this thing has just been a shitload of fun. And I've covered all of this in other videos, but, you know, we're hitting the end of 2024. The only PCC that I actually acquired in the last probably, I'd say, 2 years, like pistol, like dedicated PCC, has been the Scorpion. And I honestly wish I just would have made a different choice. I wish I would have traded for something else. The Bravo chassis, the Fluxrator, you know, those are new, but that's just using an existing system. But like for a dedicated PCC, I really wish I would have went with and I'm probably still just going to trade that off. But even the Ruger, you know, PC9, you know, it takes Glock mags, it's reliable, there's multiple aftermarket parts. The Brigade manufacturing, possibly a CMMG, like a radial blowback one, but those, you know, the radial blowback designs are not affordable. You know, you're getting into, and the reason I'm talking about that is I have an MP5, I have an Uzi, I've got the 109T, I've got a Colt 635. I don't need another $2,000 plus freaking, well, the SAR 109T is cheap, but I don't need another $2,000 PCC. I just want one more that takes Glock mags, that's fun to go shoot. The Scorpion, I kind of picked it up very impulsively because I had the AKV and it takes Scorpion mags, and I was like, cool, interchangeability, it's a little bit different, it's modern, I'll have fun with it, and I've shot it like once. So maybe give me a recommendation on what I should look at. Tell me what your favorite PCC is so I can maybe check it out and, you know, lean towards getting something else. I don't want to spend the money on it, but if I can get a Grasshopper mouse for, like, you know, on sale, I really would like to get a Grasshopper mouse, but still not up my alley. I don't know. Tell me what your favorite one is. Tell me what your favorite chassis system is for an existing platform that you own. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm hopefully going to get some more content out before Christmas. If I don't, have a great Christmas. And next video, we're going over camo because it is camo season. It is Southern Ohio, freezing in the morning, warm in the afternoon, throwing on a hoodie and some good camo if I'm not working at least, and you get to have the enjoyment of that. So again, thank you for watching. All the likes and subscribe, the support. If you want to, like and subscribe. I don't think me saying that's really going to have a bearing on it. Again, I think if you're going to, you're going to. I really much more enjoy the banter and the engagement in the comment section more than I do. Well, I appreciate the follows, to be honest, but I like the comments and the engagement and the people that go over to Instagram and like shoot the shit as well. So again, thank you for watching, and hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope you're going to go into a wonderful, you know, Christmas, whatever holiday that you celebrate this time of year. Kwan, you know, I don't know, whatever it is, Hanukkah, you know, Mazel Tov. I'm really bad at these outros. I got to work on that. On that note, see you guys. I'm gonna